Hi, this is group number 4. From the important dates in the Philippine elections to voter registration, here are 6 important details that you need to know about the election process in the Philippines. Number 6. Basic electable positions in the Philippines.
House of Representatives. The House of Representatives is composed of 250 members. 20% of its seats are from party list representation. All members can only be elected popularly in each district they represent and can only serve for three-year terms. These are the qualifications for the potential candidates: a natural-born Filipino citizen, at least 25 years old, be able to read and write, a registered voter in the district, and a resident of the Philippines for not less than 1 year. Senate. The Senate is composed of 24 members, all elected popularly in national election. No senator shall serve for more than 2 6-year terms. And these are qualifications for each potential candidate: a natural-born Filipino citizen, at least 35 years old, be able to read and write, a registered voter in the Philippines, and a resident of the Philippines for at least 2 years. The President and Vice President. The President and the Vice President shall be elected by direct vote of the people for a term of 6 years. The President cannot be re-elected. No Vice President shall serve for more than 2 consecutive terms. And these are the qualifications for both the President and Vice President: natural-born citizen of the Philippines, a registered voter, be able to read and write, at least 40 years old, and a Philippine resident for at least 10 years. The Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is composed of 1 Chief Justice and 14 Associate Justices. A short list of nominated Chief Justice will be submitted by the Judicial and Bar Council. The President chooses and appoints. The Justices serve until the age of 70. And the qualifications are: natural-born citizen of the Philippines, a member of the Supreme Court must be at least 40 years old and must have been for 15 years or more a judge of a lower court. The local government units. LGU is composed of the following: executive branch composed of provincial governors, city and municipal mayors, and punong barangays, also called as local chief executives or the LCEs. They exercise executive powers. Legislative branch serves as lawmaking and consultative body. Sangguniang Panlalawigan for the province, Sangguniang Panlungsod for the city, Sangguniang Bayan for the municipality, and Sangguniang Pambarangay for the barangay. They hold office for 3 years and they cannot serve for more than 3 consecutive terms. They are elected by popular vote.
Number 5. Important dates in recent national and local elections. The timeline with 2016 Philippine General Election. May 8, 2015, deadline of registration for new party list groups and submission of manifestation of intent for existing party lists. October 12 to 16, 2015, filing of certificate of candidacy for president down to municipal councilor level. January 9, 2016, start of election gun ban. January 10, 2016, start of election period. February 9, 2016, start of campaign period for President, Vice President, Senators, and party lists. March 24 to 25, 2016, campaign ban. March 26, 2016, start of campaign period for district representatives and local officials. April 9, 2016, start of casting of ballots for overseas absentee voters until May 9, 2016. April 27 to 29, 2016, casting of ballots for the local absentee voters. May 7, 2016, end of campaign period. May 8 to 9, 2016, campaign ban. May 9, 2016, election day. January 15, 2016, end of election period. June 30, 2016, start of term of winning candidates. The timeline of 2019 Philippine midterm election. October 11 to 12 and October 15 to 17, 2018, filing of candidacies and nomination for party list representatives. Campaign period. For Senate and party list elections, February 12 to May 11, 2019. For district, congressional, and local elections, March 29, 2019 to May 11, 2019. November 30 to 12 p.m. of May 13, 2019, substitution of the candidates. April 18 to 19 and May 12 to 13, 2019, election silence. May 13, 2019, election day. June 12, 2019, the deadline of filing of expenses. Number 4. Voter registration in the Philippines before the COVID-19 pandemic.
Voters registration is still ongoing. Hurry and go to the COMELEC offices near you. There are a few steps and reminders to be followed for you to experience a hassle-free and smooth transaction. Any Filipino citizen who is not yet a registered voter may apply for registration provided that he or she possesses the following qualifications. The applicant must be at least 18 years of age before the national and local elections, a resident of the Philippines for at least 1 year and in the place wherein he or she proposes to vote for at least 6 months immediately preceding the election, and lastly, not otherwise disqualified by law. To become a registered voter, you must accomplish the registration form that you may get from the Office of Election Officer or you may download from the COMELEC website. Make sure to bring a valid ID along with the 3 copies of the accomplished registration form. If in any case you don't have a valid ID, you may bring NBI clearance that you may get from any NBI branch. An election officer will proceed to check your documents. After all your documents are authenticated, you may proceed to the next step, which is the taking of your biometrics, which includes your signature, thumb mark, and picture. Please take note that biometrics capture can only be done at the local COMELEC office during office hours. Registration is open every Tuesday to Saturday including holidays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, please take note that it may take up to 3 years before getting your voter's ID.
Number 3. Comparison of recent elections and upcoming elections.
As we all know, in the Philippines, we have general elections, by-elections, and midterm elections. These are explained through different platforms such as newspapers, television, and even on social networking sites. But let's dig deeper. I know you're curious about the election system in our country throughout history. So sit back and let me discuss to you the election in the Philippines then and now. The first general election happened on July 30 in the year 1907, where it was entirely an election for an elected body. From 1949 until 1971, election days were held every second Tuesday of November of every odd-numbered year, with a presidential and vice presidential election held every 4th year starting from 1951. Since 2007, barangay elections have been held every 3 years on the last Monday of October, though these elections have been regularly postponed as a cost-cutting measure. National and local elections are held on the second Monday of May every 3rd year starting 1992. The Commission on Elections has identified the modernization of the electoral process as a goal of what was called Operation Modex in the year 1992. And since the 2010 general elections, voters in the Philippines have been required to shade the oval that appears before the candidate's name, and the voting system made by Smartmatic counts each ballot as it is fed into it. And in order to make the automated elections transparent, the COMELEC gave its source code for inspection by recognized U.S. software testing business ProVNV for the 2019 elections. The next synchronized national and local elections will be held on the second Monday of May, the 9th of 2022, as specified by RA 7166 in Section 2, which was signed into law on November 26, 1995. The ARM elections were similarly synchronized with the 2019 NLE thanks to RA 10153, which was signed into law on June 30, 2011.
Number 2. Voter registration in the Philippines during the COVID-19 pandemic.
There's still a little less than a year left to register for the 2022 Philippine presidential election. However, given the additional hurdles posed by COVID-19, it's best to start early. To save you from all the stress, we will bring you this complete guide to voter registration during a pandemic. First, ensure that you meet these eligibility requirements. You must be a Filipino citizen, at least 18 years on or before Election Day, and a resident of the Philippines for at least 1 year, and a resident of a place in which you intend to vote for at least 6 months. Second, find your respective COMELEC office and book an appointment. Nowadays, there are official websites or Facebook pages that your City Hall offers for a convenient way of transaction, especially during this pandemic. Or you may directly go to your respective COMELEC office. Third, print and fill out COMELEC forms at home. We highly advise filing everything out before you visit, leaving just the signatures and thumbprints left to accomplish at the COMELEC office. Lastly, secure your photocopy of your valid ID, since this will identify whether you are eligible to vote in this coming election. If you follow these steps, you're ready for your registration appointment.
Number 1. Encouragement to register and to vote.
Kapag bumoto ako, may magbabago ba? Ilang taon na ang nakalipas, napapako pa rin ang mga pangako nila. Nakakapagod bumoto kung walang pagbabago. These are often the reasons of the Filipinos if they were asked to vote for the upcoming elections. Doubts and fears are there because they were used to corrupt and selfish politicians. The question is, why do we need to vote? Suffrage may be exercised by all citizens of the Philippines not otherwise disqualified by law who are at least 18 years of age. It is our right to vote and our right to choose the best leader for the betterment of our country. To the youth, we are still young. We have the time to change things. It is the time to feel empowered and to have our voice be heard. Do not repeat the same mistakes again. Always remember, do not be apolitical. Your voice is more powerful than you think. Register to vote and let your voice be heard.